On the floor for the visiting Dallas Mavericks. At point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. At small forward, Klay Thompson. At the other forward position, P.J. Washington. At center, Daniel Gafford. At the other guard position, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the visiting team is Jason King. Number 21.
Got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Mavericks. Right now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. And checking out New Orleans, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for New Orleans, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectation.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. At one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Gafford in at the center. And for New Orleans, in the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's New Orleans now. Well, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Now here's Murray, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie against Murray. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Gafford. Now Irving. Over McCollum. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And you must be up on Kyrie at all times, or this is what he'll do to you.
McCollum with the screen from Murray. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Dinwiddie against Murray. Outside Irving. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Washington, that's good.
A dependable distributor. Irving is adept at seeing the floor and making the pass.
Murray scanning the floor. Three-pointer. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Dinwiddie passes to Gafford. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
And sometimes that's what happens in this league. You can play your A game and still get beat.
And so here is Dallas following the score by New Orleans. And Thompson kicks to Washington. Gafford passes to Washington. 6 to shoot. Here's Irving. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 3. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Pelicans know that chemistry is key. They've got plenty of talent, but Brandon Ingram says there is sacrifice in figuring out how to win. And I know New Orleans hasn't seen winning. We don't have a banner in our arena. We're just trying to draw closer and closer together. All I want to do is win. Kevin?
They've got talent, David, that's for sure. Thank you. Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Daniel Gafford.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Thompson outside. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie against Murray. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
That free throw, no good. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
And the second free throw, good. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult. Mavericks
trail by 4. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Boston. 1:32 left in the first. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 8 points his last outing. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Hawkins.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
McCollum kicks to Hawkins. Robinson Earl, the pass to Boston. To the middle. Here's Tice, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Some changes for New Orleans. Zion Williamson comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And it's Jose Alvarado in for McCollum. And then for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Thompson. And it's Hardy in for Dinwiddie. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And it's Alvarado missing. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
Yeah, it's a loss that'll stick with them for a while. That's for sure. But a game like that can be a motivator going forward.
Washington passes to Hardy. For 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for it. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 2. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
New Orleans in the lead. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Powell is out there with Washington. Then there's Hardy, and it's Marshall, and it's small forward.
Well, the 3-ball hasn't been a featured component of Zion's game, but with work, he can become capable from that.
Grimes with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here is Hawkins. Still yet to score. Tice, no good. Here's Grimes. Pass to Hardy. Here's Washington. There's the pick. To the paint. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Alvarado, following the score by Dallas. Pass to Boston. Off target from outside. The Mavericks shooting about 42% so far. It's blocked. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And the Mavericks making a change here. Prosper's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Now, here's Hardy. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Williamson looking it over. Here's Boston. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Boston's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
You know, Zion doesn't get enough credit for how he shares the ball. He is a really good passer.
Now Powell. Pass to Hardy. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Now here's Hardy. He's covered by Murray. Gafford kicks to Irving. Good D by McCollum.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
There's the screen. Clock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
No good on the free throw. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Najee Marshall, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardy. Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Here's Murray following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Murray, the pass to McCollum. 1:53 left in the first half. Irving knocks it away. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Robinson Earls checked in, and it's Irving missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Out left to the wing. New Orleans moving it around. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Outside Irving. Pass to Thompson. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Klay Thompson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto. They set the pick. Here's Messi, covered by Gafford. Pass to Robinson Earl. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Robinson Earl's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Washington. Back to Dinwiddie. Gafford with the ball. Washington finds Irving. Now, here's Washington. Can't hit from in close.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And here is Murray from deep three-point land. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. New Orleans on top. They lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the Pistons, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And now let's talk about those Pelicans. This game has been extremely competitive.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans 5.
And great decision from Dinwiddie there. Looking comfortable and confident in these pick and roll situations.
Murray, the pass to McCollum. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you checked the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, McCollum is never afraid to get competitive at the arc.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. His last 10 games, averaging about 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 5. Now here's Dinwiddie. For the screen on Murray. Down low. And Gafford throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
McCollum outside. Back to Murray. Inside. Nisi. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Nisi's got his second basket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Boston's checked in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Washington finds Gafford. Here's Dinwiddie from past the arc. Nisi grabs the rebound. Washington against Williamson. Here's Nisi. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. They grab their own miss. There's a screen by Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Thompson outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Murray, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Irving. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
A defender has Irving closely covered, but he's just so determined to get through the contact and to the bucket.
Pass to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And here is Gafford. Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Now it's a 3-point Dallas lead.
Well, defensively, they just look lost in the second half. They need to turn up their intensity and get back to the way they were defending in the first half.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Hardy in for Spencer Dinwiddie. .103 left to play in the third. Here's Boston. And the jumper falls for him. And here's Hardy. No scoring in this one. Pass to Thompson. Lets the three fly. Pelicans with the rebound. McCollum looking it over. Fires the three. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Another shot. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Dallas making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Dallas has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Grimes. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Grimes has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 4. From New Orleans, back in a moment. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Understand something. Keep talking on the defensive end. Stay the course.
Coach Jason Kidd, he's helped create an identity for this team. There's no doubt. Wants them to stay in character.
Yeah, and how they perform defensively, the effort they give on that end, it really is a big part of that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Powell. Hardy is out there with Edwards. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Williams, he's checked in for Edwards. Good on both. Pelicans trail by 6. Williamson outside. Pass to Tice. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Williams dishes to Powell. And the Mavericks making a change here. Prosper's checked in. On defense, New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. Back to Powell. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hardy. Over Alvarado. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Out to the right wing. Tice, no one around him. No good. That would have tied it. Pass to Marshall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marshall hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Robinson Earl. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And that one's good. Kelly's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Williamson outside. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Grimes passes to Hardy. Misses from close range.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Murray lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, that can be a tough range, but Murray made it look routine.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here's Marshall from the arc. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Williamson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels that.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. We know Coach Jordan Hawkins has already shown upside as a sharpshooter.
Yeah, Kevin, and here's what sets him apart. There's a lot of guys in the league who can make spot-up threes. But Jordan Hawkins is great on the move, and defenders have a very tough time chasing him around, and he's got the confidence you need to be great.
Both teams will make substitutions. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Murray against Dinwiddie. To the inside. And Gafford throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Murray down low. Dinwiddie covering. Pass to Misi. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Certainly a guy you can rely on in pressure situations. McCollum is a savvy vet who can get it done.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Murray against Dinwiddie. Murray kicks to Williamson. Shoots over Washington. And it's Williamson missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Murray. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dinwiddie passes to Gafford. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Irving for 3. Irving double team. From deep Washington. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. There's a screen. Down low, here's Messi. A rebound by Washington. And that's an intentional foul. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Irving double team. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the paint. Here's Messi. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Three-pointer. That shot missing. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally. Just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kyrie Irving.